You
It's
think?
called salt. And you know what? That's how the man is killing us. It's salt.
Mmm.
And fried chicken.
Mmm.
Because they did a study, it was in the newspaper this morning, that people who eat junk food diets are like 30% more likely to have heart attacks or something.
Yeah. Well, I don't eat all junk food, but I eat a lot of it. I have been conditioned to do so. The programming worked, in other words.
And it tastes good. I mean,
but I'm good about like not eating fast food. I haven't eaten at a fast food joint in I don't know how long. You know?
well, but you're like a model person.
No, I'm not. There's
Like,
people
most
way
people
better
don't
than
do
me.
No,
Okay, this is slightly less than a pound of ground beef. And I'm just going to throw this in here with the onions that I've allowed to cook up a little bit.
Did you watch that video of that monkey on the Segway I sent you?
No, I did not. It's not that I didn't want to. I just didn't have time.
But you know what? You could see at 4 minutes of this monkey riding this Segway that he learned every time he fell off that Segway. He learned something.
Yeah. Well, monkeys are people.
Right.
People are monkeys.
Oh, yeah. I mean, he was at least as clever as the man who was following him around dressed like him, you know, on another Segway.
Right. This is just, the ground beef I had was real lean, so it was need a little tiny bit more oil. So I just splashed it with some more olive oil so I could deglaze the pan.
What does that mean, deglaze?
It means to like, whenever you're cooking something, you okay?
I've had the worst allergies ever since I built my trail in the backyard.
Oh, well, there must be some plutonium or something in the soil.
I think it's that diatomaceous earth chlorine.
Oh, I bet it is.
That comes out of the pool.
It's not supposed to.
It's, you know what?
You need to, like.
It's a wonderful thing having a pool.
You need to get me, Mom Duke, to put in one of them saltwater filtration systems.
What the heck is. Oh! Is that like
it's
organic?
Like, yes, it's all natural and you don't need chemicals.
Oh,
you just have to change up some equipment and it's...
You just throw salt in like every 2 months.
Oh, dude, that's exactly what
you just have to have... You just need to tell them about it.
Plus, I float in that shit.
Yeah,
man.
you don't want to be floating in that chlorine.
No, see, I think...
open your eyes underwater, it doesn't hurt.
Oh, see, that's actually how white people evolved. Because we was hairless white people that had to move because we was all albinos and the black people was going to kill us and eat us. And so we run off, formed our own colony, and we was smarter and like had bigger noses and just way more fashion sense. But we weren't very good at sports or games.
Right.
Dancing. But we all got together and we decided we was going to eat like shellfish out the wazoo because it's really easy. And so we got a lot more protein than the people still eating like leaves and mangoes and shit like that.
Right, right.
So, like we ate shellfish that was just sitting on the shore.
I mean, some people died, obviously, because you can get real sick from eating shellfish.
Yeah, but this was
But
back,
the benefits of eating more protein,
yes,
like,
grew our brains
way
way big.
over time. This is just some Italian seasoning. It's just a mixture of your common Italian herbs and spices, rosemary, oregano, thyme, basil, etc., etc.
I think that they sent that whole mission to go study the heliosphere and how it's shrinking because of something that we said on the show. I think that people was watching our show, some spook, and said from NASA, and called up some friend of his at NASA and said, Shasta Cola said the other day that...
Do you really think so?
Yes, and I'll tell you why. Because the other day I was watching the show and it was all about electromagnetism on the Discovery Channel. And it was all about like how electromagnetic forces can be created, and we realized that that can create a force to levitate. And they can actually get a really powerful electromagnet and levitate this frog in there.
Uh-huh.
So he's floating around.
So the frog's just like floating in
Yeah, like he's
in space
no gravity.
over electricity.
No gravity, because gravity doesn't exist. So
You moved. Oh.
it fell off. So anyway, the whole deal with the frog is, and so I'm like, well, this is new. It's since I started talking about this shit on the show.
2 cloves of garlic, just to let y'all know. It's going in here.
So I wait the whole rest of the show and read the end of it, and has to do the new Roman numerals and all that bullshit. And then I find out the show was made in 2002, which was before we even started filming the show.
Well, it just means that the whatever information was there. I'm just gonna add a little pepper and some salt.
I have this one.
And then give it a stir.
I think some of those Sunday preachers over on the east side have
Yeah.
like had a little too much excitement and ruined these fucking mics.
Well, whoever uses this equipment, and it's not always us, we're always real careful with it. We never break it. Somebody else just must be running it through the ringer.
One of these is all scuffed up and somebody stepped on it.
Why? Why would you do that? Why would
Okay,
you
can
ruin
I
it
tell
for
you why?
everybody else?
Because every little way that you wear down the man is a new Fabrice being that you have created into life.
So what did you mean by that exactly? Oh, we need to tell people our news.
Oh yes, we hasn't even gloated yet.
Pardon us, we need to gloat. But before we gloat, I'm gonna
That
put
smells
this
good.
can of
I'm gonna open another
diced
beer.
tomatoes into my hamburger, onion, garlic, Italian seasoning mixture. And I hope I can open this because it's kind of dented.
Oh, you're not
have to
supposed
open
to
it.
buy dented cans. Mima told me that.
Well, I got this one from, the
Because they might get the botulism in them if they
pan-
lose their seal.
the pantry,
So I was reading all on the Alex Jones website,
Yeah.
who we, obviously beat. in
Yeah,
our-
why don't you go in there and get one of them papers?
Oh, yeah. People,
And,
this gonna freak people in India out. Because you think that we's just some kind of low class, no account scum.
Mm-hmm.
Well, check this out, bitches!
Woo! Cola Sisters on the cover of the Chronicle.
Check that shit out. Look at the authenticity of this newspaper. I do not think that we would go to the trouble to make it look this real.
And
don't-
we
don't
actually,
have the money to do that.
we actually are on the cover right now as we film. We are currently on the cover.
This is like the news in our town.
Mm-hmm. Everybody who reads this newspaper is looking at us when they get it.
Yeah, like hip people in our town.
And I don't know how that happened. I can't open this can.
It's called The Universe Loves Us, and we know it. That's like Oprah says, when you're just, when you're going by what you should be doing, the universe will reward you.
Okay, so I barely got that can open, and I made a horrible mess doing
Well, I wanted to
it.
show our certificate.
Oh yeah, show our certificate. We got a certificate.
We got a certificate on real paper. It's kind of like
But
a
to be fair, when we
really
actually
like cardstock.
when we won the A-list, we got a whole banner, like a huge room-size banner, and also we got a framed certificate.
Yeah, framed certificate.
But you know what? The Chronicle.
This is colored though. It has.
Can we
it's
say
like
the name of it? The Chronicle.
As long as you're critiquing it.
Okay, so the Chronicle lets you get a banner, but you got to pay for it.
You can't say how much.
No, okay, so you got to pay for it. And same thing if you want T-shirts.
Ooh, I didn't know there was a T-shirt.
Yeah, you got a T-shirt.
Oh, well, I have one, but I got it for free because I'm a winner.
Mm-hmm.
But if you want to buy it for like your friends,
It
or
costs like
family for
$15
Christmas,
a